So this problem is going to be a trigonometric problem, so I'm going to write SOHCAHTOA, so I'm going to use that throughout. SOHCAHTOA. Okay, now when I look, this problem really is broken down into several things. So I have to find the area of this triangle. And we know that the area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. The problem is I don't have either my base or my height. I am missing my height. My height, which I'll put right here, is in blue. I need to figure out what this side right here is. So I need to figure out right here how big that side is. I'll call it X. I also need to find out, I'll put it in purple, how big this side is here. I'll call it Y. Because if I have Y plus 46 is my base, and if I have X, that's going to be my height. So I'm going to have to find both of these. And so the first thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to be able to find X using my trigonometric ratios, because right here is a right triangle with a side and a angle. So looking at just this triangle, right here is my right angle mark. That makes this point over here to my hypotenuse is right here. 48 degrees is up here. As far away from 48 as possible is over here is my opposite, which makes this my adjacent. And then I look and I say, well, I want information about my adjacent and my opposite. I don't care about my hypotenuse. So my hypotenuse I don't care about, but my opposite and my adjacent I do. So I go and I look, and for opposite and adjacent, I'm going to end up using TOA, or tangent. So I look and I say the tangent of 48 degrees equals 1.11, and like all tangents, that's equal to O over A, which for this particular one is 46 over X. So what I know is that 1.11 equals 46 over X. If I multiply both sides by X to get X out of my denominator, I end up with 1.11x equals 46. And so if I end up dividing both sides by 1.11, I get that X equals 41.4. So now I have a height of my triangle. It is 41.4. Okay. Now that I have that, now I can look at this other triangle over here on the right, and I have a side, 41.4, an angle, 30 degrees, and a side I'm trying to get. So I have another trigonometric problem. I'll do this one in purple. Here's my right angle mark right there. That points to my hypotenuse. Here's my angle up here, 30 degrees, and so as far away from it as possible is my opposite, and that leaves this for my adjacent. And I already know, and so what do I know? I have my adjacent, that's 41.4. My opposite is Y, that's what I'm trying to get. I don't have any information about my hypotenuse. So once again I look and I have opposite and adjacent, so I'm going to use tangent. So let's do that. So what I know is that the tangent of 30 degrees, if I look that up, the tangent of 30 degrees equals 0.58, which like all tangents is equal to O over A, which is equal to, in this case, Y over 41.4. So if I divide both sides by 41.4, I have 0.58 equals Y over 41.4. So if I end up multiplying both sides by 41.4 on this side and 41.4 on this side, these cancel. So on this side I'm left with Y, and on this side I'm left with 24.0. So now I know this side right here is 24.0. Now I can do my area of my triangle, because the area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. which in this case is going to equal 1/2. My base is 46 plus 24. And my height is 41.4. And if I do all this out, I'm going to end up with 1,449.0. So that's the area of this particular triangle. But the most important thing was I had to look and realize that it was a series of trigonometry problems, the first to find the height, and the second to find this portion of the base.